which I'm doing
Okay.
right now, and off we go. Welcome, everyone. This is Adam Beebe. I'm the senior broker here at Latonas.com. I'm joined with Jordy, who is the owner and the seller of AppleTVHacks.net. Jordy, please say hi.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us, Jordy. Everyone listening, if you're live, please do this. If this is as a recording of this open house will be available on Latonas in 24 hours. People listening live, if you haven't already dialed in, please dial in via the mic and speakers or with the phone number you were provided. During the call, you're going to be on mute. If you want to ask questions, do so through the chat functionality of the GoToMeeting. I'm going to ask the questions verbatim when you ask them or later, depending on if it's germane, if you will, to the topic we're discussing or if it's going to be relevant down the road. So your questions will get answered, everyone listening, live, I should say. Okay, so what we're looking at right now is available and viewable on Latonas.com. This is the numbers on the listing. Before I forget, anyone who requests a prospectus will be sent one via email upon signing an NDA. So we get a little bit more in depth in the prospectus, but this gives you a snapshot as it relates to finance, traffic, and some site visibility, which you can also access through some publicly available sites. The annual revenue, expenses, profit. If you click on actually the revenue, the expenses, uniques, and page views, you can't really decipher it in this slide, but on Latonas, they're in blue. If you click on it, it'll show the trailing 12 months of those revenue, expenses, uniques, and page views. So it's a $79,000 asking price, just over a 2-year multiple on profit, which is at or below industry average. It's a PR4, and the site's been around for a while, so since 2007. Jordy, there's the history and then also the admin section, which in these sections you're going to be doing you're going to be doing most of the talking, especially
Okay.
during admin. So in history, if you would, maybe the Reader's Digest version, so to speak, spend the next minute or two just discussing the history of the site, how it came to being, what form it was at the beginning, and what transition it's made as a regarding traffic and revenue, what changes it's gone through since it's been live. So on that, I'll put myself on mute. When you're done talking about a specific slide, just say, all we've got, Jordy, is the Facebook, some of the store, and then the Wayback slide there. So when you want to talk about social media, let me know. When you want to talk about the store, let me know. But to start it off, let's just start about how you came about the site and some thoughts as it relates to that.
Absolutely. So, well, basically, this site was created, I will say, the day after Apple released the first Apple TV back in 2007. The site was a reaction on the community. The community loved this device. The community created some hacks. The Apple TV one was very, very easy to hack, and there was a basic blog at the time where there was links on how to hack the Apple TV in order to be able to use a network computer to stream your files. That was the main usage. So to unbound the Apple TV with the iTunes that obviously everybody hates. I was a user of this site, and one day on another project I came around of this site. It was in 2008. I saw the opportunity and I said, I use this site. This site is great. So I decided to acquire the site, and since then I had them. So I think it was 2008, if I'm not wrong. So when we took over the site, we the first thing we did is we got a little bit scared if Apple will ever sue us because we were hosting the hack files inside the blog. So we moved out those files outside. We simply we wrote an article explaining how to hack, but the files were not hosted on the website. Later on, we discovered that that was not a problem. A big blog did the same, so it was not illegal, but we were too small to take those risks. And since then, we have been writing a lot about how to get the most of the Apple TV, Apple TV 1, Apple TV 2, 3, and now Apple TV 4. Over those years, we started very nerdy, if you want, on the technical front, and then we experimented with several things. We experimented with movie reviews. Didn't pay off. The traffic was not taking off. We experimented with Boxy, the Boxy box, and we did reviews on the Boxy box. And in fact, the Wikipedia review, so the Wikipedia on Boxy box is it references our review and things like that. So one of the things that we tried out at the beginning, we didn't know anything. We contacted Firecore, that was one of the first companies that provided a commercial hack of the Apple TV. And we got them as advertiser. I think it was for about 2 years in the homepage, in the main homepage. Then we started to approaching other people, people that, for example, have AirPlay software or things like that. And we had customers like that for a long time. They are renewing every year or every 3 months. We are getting them on board. Most of the inventory on the website is sold. The content now it gets more exciting. We did some before product reviews, so how to, for example, some keyboards or loudspeakers, and that helped us to do some Amazon affiliate revenue. But now with the new Apple TV 4 and the App Store, we see a huge potential on more articles. We can do reviews of those applications, of more advertisers. Right now, it's not only the 4 or 5 or 6 that we're doing something for Apple TV. Now it will be an alert of anyone who is building applications. So this is, if you want, the evolution from something very nerdy to something that right now it's more mainstream. Apple TV is thought to be a project that was for fun, and now it's more mainstream, and with the App Store it will become a very powerful tool. If you go to the next slide, yeah. On the social media, we have a strong following. We have about 34,500 likes on the Facebook page. The community there is quite dynamic. We get some comments, questions, people asking how can I do that. People look still a lot for the Apple TV 3 jailbreak that does not exist, but they ask this question several times. We have about 24,000 Twitter followers. Google Plus, we have about 5,600. We also have a newsletter that is on MailChimp. It's about 1,500. And there is also a FeedBurner. I think there is a slide later that talks about FeedBurner. So it's a kind a nice following. People are connected with us. They are asking questions. It's not that we have a very huge following in Facebook and then nobody responding. If you were there, you will see that there are comments. The people are interacting with the articles. The store, that is the next slide. To be honest, this is a joke. I think we never sold anything on this store. I have the Mac at home, and it's really good to have tea. But if I'm not wrong, we never ever sold anything on this coffee shop. It's a coffee press is there. But on the other sense, we have sold a lot of Apple TVs through Amazon affiliate. Unfortunately, Apple turned down the Apple TV. It's not selling anymore Apple TV on Amazon. since 2 or 3 days ago, but now we are replacing it with the link share. The great thing about Amazon is that when the people go to Apple TV and see, I don't know, a loudspeaker that is interesting and clicks on and goes to the site, then if the day after, or you have, I think, up to 3 months, they buy something else, you still get commission. So we got commissions for selling shaving foam, things like that, that doesn't make any sense. But last Christmas, we sold about 7,000, no, we got commissions for $7,000 in Amazon. We sold TVs, we sold a lot of things thanks to the affiliate links on the Christmas and Black Friday articles that we generated. So that's, yeah, that the history is, you can see that was a lot of activity in 2008. This is when we purchased the site. That there was really the moment that was very easy to hack, and then you see that most of the activity regained from 2011, and we have been active, I will say, with several articles a day, or several articles a week, to be fair, since 2011, and that's why the activity is more strong since 2011.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Jordy, for that. And I'll remind everyone listening, you can ask questions via the chat functionality. Um, Jordy, you've done a great job thus far in addressing anything that's come in, as well as what normally would be asked. What we're looking at here is a snapshot over the past 12 months, essentially when the PowerPoint was made. But of the traffic, care to explain any of the peaks and valleys here?
Yeah,
Traffic.
so there are two reasons that will generate traffic. The ones that you see on the left-hand side probably are when there were rumors of an Apple TV 3 jailbreak. So we have obviously several articles saying no, the Apple TV 3 jailbreak is not yet there. We are waiting. We heard rumors, etc., and those articles got a lot of traffic. It will be better if we had an Apple TV 3 jailbreak, but was not there. The other reason is seasonal. So when we approach Christmas season, you see that there is a lot of, or Thanksgiving, yeah, I think Black Friday, we had a lot of traffic of people that, or they want to offer an Apple TV, or they got an Apple TV and they want to know what to do with this device, etc. So there is seasonal traffic. Also, obviously, every time Apple announces that they are doing something, the traffic goes up. Only to show some numbers that in the last 4 days, we moved from, I think this is, so the average was in 6,000 sessions a day, and yesterday we did 11,000 sessions a day. So the traffic almost double in the last, since the 29th of October, that, as you may know, the Apple TV Apple TV 4 has already been released. Today I got mine, and obviously there is more buzz in the network. People are looking around, so I'm buying an Apple TV 4. I want to know more about it, how I can customize it, which applications I will be installing on it. So the traffic in the last 4 days almost doubled. We are not yet there, but crossing our fingers. And also it's the right season, because we are approaching, as you know, the Black Friday and Christmas. So we will start creating articles about the accessories or applications that you can buy for that Christmas, with links to the different affiliate programs. Yep. So the traffic, as you can see, it's mainly US. It's 43%, United States 10%, UK, Canada, Germany. So let's say high-paying countries,
Right.
or countries with high CPM.
And you'll get a slight delay sometimes. I put myself on mute so there's no ambient noise. I'm following around and addressing any questions that come in. Um, the vast majority is organic search, as
Yep.
the slide demonstrates. Have you have you done much with social media? Anything that you can see that could expand traffic?
Yeah, so basically the first thing is we are a very small company, and I guess we will get on the why we are selling later. But it's a small team. There is mainly one person that is looking around all the content, and it's a really, really good editor, and he does a really good work on selling and finding the right content. But we don't have an SEO expert, we don't have a social media guru on all those kind of guys. So what we do on social generally it's giveaways. So now we just ended a giveaway that we give away. I think it was for Apple TV 4s, sponsored by one of our advertisers. That was a great thing. We got, I think it was 10,000 responses on this. We have Tomek on the line. He can give the exact numbers if necessary. So that's the kind of things, but we need to acknowledge our weaknesses. So we are really good on content, and that is why organic search is doing really well. We are not that good in SEO. We are not that good in social.
Okay, fair enough. These are some keywords: Apple TV hacks.
Yeah, the 2 million are non-provided, unfortunately, is because Google now is encrypting all those things, so
Sure.
all the sites are look the same. What is really nice, or I think today it's not the case, but very recently, if you were looking for Apple TV, you appeared, so Apple TV hacks appeared before the Apple website. So it is really, really well positioned in Google. So obviously Apple TV hacks is a top keyword for us, but you can see Amazon Prime on Apple TV. It's the people are looking for that. The other thing that they are looking is, as I mentioned earlier, Apple TV 3 jailbreak. It's something that people are really interested. But there is a lot of small keywords also that it's always Apple TV 3 and Netflix. Apple TV 3 compared with Boxy. Those kind of small questions. We rank very well for Apple TV.
Okay. These are showing some of your your social media accounts here.
Yeah, the discus is because we are using discus comments. All the other ones, as I said, unfortunately, I'm not the best person to say that we are really good on social media because we are not. You see Facebook, I already shared the numbers earlier. Yeah, we have a strong following in Facebook, Twitter too. And Google Plus, have a very strong following in Google Plus. You cannot compare Google with Facebook, but Google Plus it has nice numbers, and we got some nice traffic from Google Plus.
Okay. Let's see. Uh, okay,
Yep,
some
50-50.
reasonable. Is it totally responsive, the site?
Yes, yes. We were a little bit late to convert the site into a responsive website. Right now it's a WordPress website, so very simple to manage. It has a responsive theme. We are doing well in desktop, and you can see that it's more. It matches most of the websites. So 50% is desktop, and 50% is mobile plus tablet or mobile. So more or less that the numbers match with the standard in the industry.
Okay. Okay, quite a bit of backlinks here, and I happen to know the answer to this, given we had a buyer seller call yesterday. But what have you done as it relates to link exchanges? I mean, where are all these backlinks coming from?
Okay, so yes, we have never purchased or sold any link. That is something that we know that it's very dangerous. We read the webmaster Google webmaster roles or whatever they call it, and we said no, we don't want to get into this game. We got a lot of offers to place links on our website, so we said no way, we are not doing it. So the reason why we have backlinks is the site is one of the earliest websites talking about Apple TV. We had references of big websites that were pointing to our website when we did how to hack your Apple TV. I'm talking about Gizmodo. As I mentioned earlier, we have Wikipedia pointing our Voxy hacks. So there is a lot of significant websites that, because the content is great, they decided to reference some of our articles. That is what we have as inbound links. As outbound links, yeah, if we do a review of something, there will be a link of that something, but it's not a paid link. It's not on the footer. It will be part of the article, and we have some of them. But as I said, no, we have never sold a single link. We have never purchased a link.
Okay. I don't really think that slide was very relevant, but this is any of these
Well,
sites and a lot of these.
the previous slide shows the something that I think is interesting is the distribution of the anchor tags. Something that in the search engine optimization world they say you cannot have all the anchor links the same. You will see that 82 or 83% is other. So we have a very large different anchor test pointing, and that means that it's natural links. It's not something that have been bought or added by a robot. It's humans that like our articles and point to us.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I see a lot of referring back here. These sites.
Yeah.
What would you like to talk to as it relates to these links?
Well, basically, I will say the second one I mentioned is Wikipedia. Is as I said, it's a review that we did in 2008. The site was already ours when we did that, and it looks like it went really well. And if you go to the box C page in Wikipedia, you will see that one of the references for the page is our website. And then the other one, if you want, is Air Server. That is one of our advertisers that we wrote a piece about their software in 2013, as you can see here. And obviously, I guess they love it, and they are pointing it to us. So I guess this report you will have a lot of small links pointing to our website. The number 5, this apple-tv-hacks.com, honestly, it's not related to us. I guess somebody is trying to inject our articles in their website to try to do some kind of money or those kind of shady things that some people does, but I never heard about them before.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This is available for anybody to pull up. This is the SEM Rush. What would you like to talk to as it relates to this? Obviously, organic shows the vast majority here. What do you think's relevant?
Yeah. Yeah, well, basically here you can see that we have not paid anything, and well, I
Yeah,
don't know much. As I said, I'm not an SEO expert
that's
or SEM
really all that.
expert, and
That's really all there is. These are just showing the top keywords you're ranking for. You're not, as you mentioned, not buying any AdWords or such. So these are the keywords that you're naturally ranking for. And you've already mentioned Apple TV hacks you do well with. Um, some other referring domains and backlinks that are coming to the site. Now this is where we get into some specifics as it relates to performance. I know the peaks and valleys, as you mentioned. Apparently, something was happening late last year, early this year, or January, which saw the rise in uniques. Then it plateaued and kind of fell to this level. Now it's ramping back up.
yeah.
This was made. The slide was made before August 31st, or October 31st, I should say. Jordy, if you would, and when you can, before I forget, email me October data, the revenue, the expenses, uniques, and page views.
You will have it today.
Okay, so we can go ahead and update the site. But how does October look as it relates to August? Wait,
Really,
yeah, September. How does
October.
October look as it relates to September?
It looks pretty well, and so, for example, I have now open the Google Analytics, and those were sessions, right?
These are uniques, actually. Sessions would be more. These would be uniques.
Okay, so the last 30 days, it's 166,000 users.
Okay,
So
that's
I guess
right
it's
around.
Unix.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a
so
little bit
yeah,
more. Actually,
yeah.
October was a little bit more than than.
Yeah, but if you take the last 5 days, the numbers doubled. So as I said, the Apple TV has just been released by Apple, and we see that the at the beginning of the month we are at 6,000 sessions per in average, even lower some days. And the last 5 days we have been at an average of 10,000, and yesterday we hit 11,000. So it's starting to go up again for the season.
Okay.
And what you see if you check January, the numbers in January, this is the Christmas season. So it's November,
Sure.
December, and January, the three stronger months.
And that's what we're going into. So it's a great time to be looking at the site. Uh, these are images of one another, uniques, and then page views. So
Yeah.
they're directly correlated. That makes sense. Jordy, here's where I'm going to definitely put myself on mute. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 slides here, which are the slides that you sent us, the admin slides.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'll do is I'll put myself on mute, and once you are done speaking about a specific slide, just say next, and I'll go next. As
Okay.
questions come in, as I've been doing them, you've been answering them before, during, or after the questions have been asked. Um, I'll any questions that aren't addressed as it relates to admin, I'll ask you when you're done talking about all 7 slides. But let's start this off. Let's start this off as such. It's obviously WordPress here, but the site has it always been on WordPress? And then let's take it away. Let me have you say what you. Let me have you talk about the admin of the site. What are we looking at right now? When you're done talking about this slide, just say next.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, the site is WordPress. We have trying to keep the WordPress always updated. Sometimes there is some delay because, as I said, we are very busy, but very simple to manage as any other WordPress site. You were asking if it was initially on WordPress. Yeah, I don't remember if it was WordPress 2 point something or even earlier, but yeah, we started with WordPress and we continue with WordPress. It works really well, very easy. It has a very easy SEO or whatever for. Probably some expert will tell me that I'm wrong, but anyway, yeah, we stick with it. The writers, that the people who are contributing the content know how to use it. It's very simple. If you are looking for some contributor, you can create a user for them that it has only the contribution right, not the publishing right. So you can see the work. You don't need to teach them how to use it because it's WordPress and everybody knows how to use WordPress. Very, very simple. In this screen, what we are looking at is the add new post. As you can see, there is a place where you simply enter the title, you start typing, you can do the typical things of so to add media, to define the font type, the alignment, and things like that. We cannot see here, but at the bottom there are some boxes to help on SEO and other parameters, but nothing that you have not seen. We have installed, as you can see in the top right, the language extension for WordPress. We tried to do some articles, to translate some articles in Spanish. I'm originally from Spain, and we thought that why not to try to double the traffic with the Spanish content. Never worked, so the plugin is there. We have, I don't know, a few articles in Spanish, but we never got a significant amount of traffic, so we stopped translating those articles. So next. This is the comment section. As you can see, sometimes the comments get very technical. In this one is an article. It's an article that we wrote about how to use a DNS provider outside the US to watch Netflix and to watch the Hulu and all those content providers that require you to be in the US to watch, for example, Hulu. And then here somebody is tracing the what's happening on their DNS and say, hey, I tried that, it doesn't work. And so sometimes we get these kind of very complex questions. Sometimes there are very simple questions, but you can see that there is a lot of action in the comment section. So next. Well, this is the dashboard. I see that the slides are not in order. That is the message that you get when you enter into the workplace administration. And basically, you can see in a snapshot what happened, the recent activity, what have been published, and the latest comments, things like that. Next. Yeah, we use Disqus for the comment moderation. This is the point when you get into Disqus. Disqus also it generates some revenue. This revenue is not on the revenue slides because we have several sites and we don't have the split by site. So we felt that was not right to say that we earn X or Y when we don't know the exact figure. So there is some small revenue. I don't want to lie; it's very small. But Disqus pays us to have the Disqus on the bottom of every article. Next. I know that Google wants to kill FeedBurner, but we have FeedBurner. We have a very nice amount of subscribers, and what is even more incredible is that they are really using it. And you will see that there are views, there are clicks. So the number of subscribers is 1,400, sorry, and there is a nice reach and there is views on those articles. So really, the people are not only subscribed through FeedBurner, but they are also opening the articles and reading those articles. This Infuse coming to Apple TV4, this is an article that we wrote, I think it was 10 days ago or something like that. And you can see that and this is snapshot, this is screenshot probably is about 5 days ago. So in 5 days, it got 500 views. It's not that bad. Next. And yeah, well, there are some pages as every website. So the page about the privacy policy, or we have a Google search page, or I don't remember how they call it, but basically that the search results is to allow Google to display in our site the search results when you search inside Apple TV. We have a submit a hack, that is a page that say, hey, I have a hack, here it is. So there are several pages, very easy to manage. So not more than that. Next. And this is the view where you see the post here. So you have at the top right the add new post, but here you can see the latest articles. We see that Tomek created an article about BBC iPlayer app coming to Apple TV4, and we can see, okay, we published, that was 5 hours ago since the time of the screenshot. Another, it was 17 hours earlier. And I guess that was on the 29th because the previous one is from the 28th of October. Next.
Okay, good job, Jordi. And I was just finishing up with a question there. You addressed it, so that's good. We're fine with admin. Thank you for the thorough discussion there. The peaks, I can understand, why they're such around Christmas time. Have you done anything different monetization-wise over this, October 2014 to September 2015? Are they the same sources? If so, is it just the coming and going of traffic?
No, so there is one explanation. We have so as I said earlier, we have almost everything sold out. So when we enter in the figures, you will see that all the revenues come from direct sales. So us directly approaching the advertisers and getting revenue from that. There is a very small amount generated through Google AdSense because everything is sold out and we don't have much inventory through Amazon CPM and through Tribal Fusion. Also some info links and small things like that. What happens when we do direct sales is that in generally we agree with an amount and they pay that amount, and that amount lasts until we end the impressions. And in general, we see that is every 3 months. And if you take a look, it's more or less every 3 months you see a peak and a valley. And that explains also in April, and then you see in July, and now in October, the numbers of October, I have it here. Let me. This is not this one here. So in October we did in direct sales about $3,000, 300 in Amazon and 200 in AdSense. So the number, so it will be about 3.5, 3.6. We will get up again. The main difference in January or December, if you want, it's the Amazon affiliate links. As I said earlier, the last year we did a tremendous campaign. We sold a lot of money for Amazon, and they paid as well. And we hope to do the same for this Black Friday and Christmas season.
Okay. Thank you for that. Expenses are nominal. I mean, you have hosting, which I guess you prepay for a year, some domain renewals. What would you like to talk to as it relates to expenses?
Yeah, so obviously, as you mentioned, we have hosting. Right now, the site is hosted with the other websites of the company. We have we have it hosted in Rackspace. We also have something in Digital Ocean, but I will say it's difficult to know what's the real cost for that. With a very small hosting, you can do it. We are talking about a WordPress serving maximum or 2 million, 3 million impressions a month. So it's not a huge installation, as everybody knows. That will be one of the costs. The second cost, obviously, domain renewal, but that is what, $8 a year. That's nothing. And then we have a cost that it will be the cost per article. We have contributors that are from different places and obviously different levels of contributors, and we pay per article. So sometimes we pay $10, $15 to a writer. Sometimes we write a very large articles with a guy that was very professional. We paid up to $50 per single article. We also have people in our company that obviously does a lot of functions. Some of them is editorial, as I mentioned earlier, and contributes sometimes writing articles. Here, what you see mostly, this cost is the cost of the writers.
Okay. What I'll do is preface this question by just defining your skill set. An hour of your time is worth more than an hour of my time, vice versa, depending on what we're talking about. So maybe spend a moment, discuss what your background is, and then answer the questions. You know, what is required to run the day-to-day operations of the site? How long does it take? I'll let you take it away.
Okay, sure. So first of all, I have no problem sharing what is my background. I'm an engineer on telecommunications and electronics, and I work on internet for more than 25 years. But that's not relevant because the time I put on the site, probably it's 5 minutes a day. There is another person that is also in the call, Tomek, who is the one who is managing all the websites. He's a journalist, and his background is on journalism. He have been with us from the early beginning. What he does on the daily basis, not for this site, so he works on all the other properties of our company, but basically I will divide it in three main areas. The first one, it will be to research and try to identify what is worth talking about. So there is a new Apple TV, there is a new hack, what's going on in the industry, there is this new application, there is this new device, there is this new thing. So we should be talking about that. And so he does this research and coordinates with the different contributors that we have, or writers that we have around the world. Sometimes he also writes the articles and he gives those ideas, etc. That will be the first block of tasks tasks that he's doing. The second block, it will be selling. As you can see for what I mentioned earlier, most of our revenues come from direct sales. It's not AdSense. We could stop the direct sell and we will get a lot of revenue from AdSense, but we found out that by going direct, we get the 100% of the CPM, while if we go through Google gets, I think it's 37% of the CPM, and Tribal Fusion gets 45%. So really, it doesn't make any sense if we can directly connect with the advertiser. Advertiser loves us. We can do something more customized of what they want, and they really appreciate our feedback. They are really happy. All of them have renewed all our contracts. So he does this portion of sales. He does a great and excellent job on selling and keeping those advertisers doing things and doing giveaways, and it's really great on that. And then obviously we need to take care of the community. So people send comments or send questions or send ideas. And so we need to manage this. Or if we did a giveaway, obviously we have to say you won the prize and we have to announce the winners. That's something we did today. Those kind of things are the ones the kind of work that's being done. On the technical front, this is a WordPress property, very easy to manage. Once in a while, you will have to click on a button to upgrade your WordPress installation. My advice is do a backup before you click on that button. Sometimes weird things happen. Other than that, typical stuff that you do on managing websites. It's very, very simple website to manage.
All right, thank you for that. If you were to keep the site, what would you do with it?
Yeah, so basically, I think that right now there is a great opportunity, and also it was also one of the reasons to say, okay, let's go now for selling this website. Is the Apple TV project have been on hold since 2007. So they launched Apple TV 1. It was a lot of expectations. Apple TV 2, Apple TV 3, and then they hold there for I don't know how many years, and was never mainstream. They sold, I think, 2 million devices or something like that, but was never mainstream. Now, Apple has finally decided to put that on the homepage. We have already an app store. So for me, the growth of the site right now is to make sure that we do the reviews of the new applications, of the new accessories, of the games, and that also it will give us a lot of backlinks, because when you review a company, as we saw with Air Server, you generally, if they love the review, they will point back to you. But also it will be a source of great content, and also it will be a source sometime of revenue, because that product that you have reviewed most probably want to be advertised on Apple TV. So I think it's a great time for the growth of the site because of this opportunity that is the App Store on Apple TV.
Sorry, if you would, I was offline helping somebody, and you addressed it right there. Why are you selling?
Yeah, so basically it has nothing to do with Apple TV Hacks. It has to do with the company. So the company have been active for several years. It started basically with 3-4 friends that we wanted to get together to do something. We started building a website that was on business news. We started working on that, and all of us were putting a lot of our free time to make this company to work. And what happened is that all of us have a full-time job and families, and we realized lately that nobody is investing time as it should in the company. The company, it has some properties. The most significant one is Apple TV Hacks. The other ones are smaller. Some of the other smaller ones got hit by Panda and the other one, the Penguin algorithms by Google. So we lost some traction there. And the other day we were together and we said what we are going to do. So we have a company that it's break even, but we don't have energy to push for the next level. We don't want to put more money. We don't want to invest in an expert on SEO to try to resolve the problems. We don't have SEO experts inside the company. So we look at ourselves and say, listen, let's cut the losses. That's it. Let's try to get the most of whatever we have. Let's try to get out of here, and another day we will have another project. So that's the reason why we are selling right now. It's time for us, we think, to go to the next thing. As I said, right now we are making as much as we consume. We are not in a rush, but honestly, it's very hard to have a company that the main investors doesn't are not interested in, and it's very hard also for the people who are working in there to be working in a company who has no interest on the owners. So that's why we took the decision to sell all the properties. This one, I will say, as I said, is the one that is the crown jewel, and that's why we decided to go through you guys, because I know that you do a great job on giving value of the right properties.
Okay. Excellent job. Again, you addressed that well. I'm going to advance it. This and then one last screen. Last call for questions. Jordy, you've done a great job being proactive, answering questions. Everyone listening live and recording, this is me, name, cell phone, email, and Skype. You can get me those three ways. In addition, if you request a prospectus via the listing, I get sent that automatically. As mentioned, we'll need a signed NDA on file in order to send you a prospectus. We have one of those already done. This recording is going to be live on Latona's in less than 24 hours. I don't see any other questions. Jordy, you did a great job. Thank you. You and I spoke about something else prior to that, so I'll wait to hear back regarding that, as
Absolutely.
well as if you could email me October exact revenue, expenses in US dollars, as well as uniques and page views. Everyone listening, October data will be in the listing later today or tomorrow. So, Jordy,
Absolutely.
thank you.
Thank you, Adam.
Take
Thank you,
care.
guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.